boys and girls. Today I'm going to be looking at Miss Costas lesson 7 with you. I'm going to start on slide number 7, which is entitled Building Background. This is a review of something that we did in class before we had to leave each other. So slide 7 says building background, review. Figurative language or figures of speech. It is language that describes someone or something by comparing to another or using words with a meaning that is not true or does not make sense. As a reader, you need to discover the real meaning. Click on the red link to watch the video and write quick notes about figurative language in the next slide. So here you can pause my video and watch the video that's linked into slide 7 about figurative language. And in slide 8, you can take some quick notes on what you learned in the video. And then I will meet you again in slide number 9. And in slide number 9, the directions say, read the story and underline or highlight a simile, metaphor, personification, hyperbole, or alliteration. The first one is done for you. The title is Charlie's Crocodile Escape. Number 1, Charlie felt fear crawl up his spine as he tiptoed toward the lake. So Miss Costas has already highlighted for you here one of our figures of speech. And so you are going to continue to, as we read through the story, to look for figures of speech, either similes, metaphors, personification, hyperbole, or alliteration as I read it. So I'm going to start again, and you can look for them yourself as I read. Charlie felt fear crawl up his spine as he tiptoed toward the lake. Crafty, sharply scaled crocodiles are known to inhabit these misty, muddied waters. Crunch! Another human skull snapped beneath his feet. Charlie was playing with fire. He knew that crocodiles were dangerous. However, he had no choice. He had to be as brave as a lion. Charlie waded into the murky brown water. Was this Wonka's chocolate river? No, it smelt like rotting eggs. Suddenly, a humongous crocodile slithered from the lake side and swam at 1,000,000 kilometers an hour. Charlie saw the ripples in the water and caught a flash of the croc's eyes, which stood out like menacing table tennis balls. Charlie's heart became a robotic hammer. The croc was catching. He's a bullet, thought Charlie. Sharp triangular teeth closed on his legs just as Charlie grabbed the land with his hand. Charlie rapidly turned around and kicked the croc in the head while thick, mangled reeds twisted around his body. The croc retreated and Charlie breathed a huge sigh of relief. All right. Now in slide number 11 is the task for this assignment. You've already underlined and identified the figures of figurative language in the story. And now the directions say to classify each figure of speech found in each story in the first column and write your own in the second column. The first one is done for you. So Ms. Costas has used the first line from the story as a personification. Charlie felt fear crawl up his spine, right? Because fear is not a person, but we are giving it human-like characters because it's going to crawl up your spine. And then in the next category, she wrote, new sentence, my own, Charlie felt fear dash up his throat. So again, she used personification here to have fear dash up his throat because fear is not a person and it cannot actually dash. So now you are going to complete this chart by finding a simile, a metaphor, an alliteration, and an onomatopoeia. Remember, simile uses like or as to compare two things, and a metaphor does not use like or as to compare two things. So that's the difference between those. An alliteration, if we remember, uses the same beginning sound of a word. So like Sally smiled silly at the seagull. And an onomatopoeia is one of our sound words like crash or bang or burp. So you can find those in the story. In the middle column, you'll copy the text right out of the story, and then in the last column where it says new sentence, you will try to write one of your own that is similar but not the same. Good luck with this. If you have any questions, you can always email or text Ms. Costas or myself. All right, I will see you for lesson 8 soon.